I used to have a hanging basket business. I used to rent out hanging baskets and planters to pubs. And what we found out was that the most important thing is to keep the planters fed. Now, I used to go out every evening and do it by hand with a liquid feed. For the planters I was going to put in the garden, I wanted something a bit easier because these are going to be up quite high, and I didn't want to be messing about with the watering can and the ladder. They're going to be on my jungle roof, and we thought we'd try this boost system. We've got some of the boost compost, and we thought we'd get the fertilizer to the granule fertilizer to go with it, and it's this stuff. It apparently it's a slow release over 6 months, and it releases potassium, which is good for flowers, and nitrogen, which is good for foliage. And I'm hoping this will give us the flowering results we want, but without all of the hassle of doing a liquid feed from a watering can. Now you can use these granules actually on your borders. You just sort of sprinkle it on top, and you want about 50 grams per square metre, and that's quite a large handful, I guess, for a square metre. But you have to dig them into the soil and water them to activate them. If you're doing bedding plants, the easiest way is to pre-mix it into the compost, and you want about 20 grams for 10 litres of compost, and that's sort of quite a small handful for 10 litres. I'm still going to use a liquid feed, but it won't be as regularly as if I wasn't using this product. Now, your other problem with planters, other than fertilising them, is water retention. Especially, obviously, we've had this heat wave, and plants and that will dry out very quickly. The planters will dry out surprisingly quickly, and I thought I'd give this product here a go. It's from the Mad Company, and it's called Mad Moisture. And what it does, it retains the moisture in these granules and releases it slowly during the day. What we used to find was that a lot of the planters were on. We installed watering systems, but some of them were inaccessible. Or it wasn't practical, and we had to water them by hand. And if you was just going around once a day, by the evening, if it was a really hot sort of 30 degrees, you'd find that soil had dried out. And to try and rehydrate it was very difficult. The water can sometimes just pour through it, and you really need something in the soil to try and hold the water. Now, the great thing about this product is that it also has a slow release fertilizer in it. So, and they say it will help the plants for up to 5 months. Now, I've pre-mixed this into the compost, and they recommend between 5 to 30 grams per litre. So I've sort of averaged it out about 20 grams per litre and mixed it in. Now, where we are, I'm under the Affinity Water Company. We're in Hertfordshire, and we get our water from underground. It's not really from reservoirs, as I understand it. And we don't have a hose pipe ban here, and we haven't had one for quite a long time. Now, if you're unfortunate and you get yours from a reservoir and you've got a hose pipe ban, this stuff might well be a help to you, because it can reduce watering by up to 50%. So if you're having to lug a watering can around with you to do all of your pots and planters, this can really be an assistant. And of course, you can also use this stuff directly onto the ground, so it might help you there as well. Now, this company also do soldier frass, and I've never used that before, and I'll be doing a video about that and all of the benefits of that a bit later on. It's quite interesting stuff. I'm quite keen to use it, and it's another one of those products that you can use in planters and on the garden as well, so it's a multi-purpose product. My bird box has got a camera in it, and we've seen absolutely no activity in the bird box for 2 years now. So I've decided to move it, and I think the problem was the height. I had it very high on the wall, it was very exposed, and I've moved it down a bit lower, and it's a bit hidden by some of the plants now. Now, what we're trying to attract is robins and wrens. We get a lot of those in the garden, and for those, you want the box about between 1 and 2 meters off the ground, apparently. And the ideal location is northeast facing. I mean, this is east facing, but the wire isn't long enough to get it round the front, which is north facing. I'm hoping they'll look at this as a better home, more viable home, because it won't get the full sun on it when the chicks and the eggs are in there. They like the hole to be covered in foliage or slightly hidden, and I'm hoping this Lenicera Henryi Copper Beauty, which is quite fast growing, will grow round it and give them protection. In trying to create a tropical look garden, there are some things that are really quite difficult to hide, and one of them is this horrible panel fence we've got down the bottom of the garden. Now, it's not my fence, it's the neighbour's fence, and I thought about painting it first, painting it black, but I was worried about the paint running through and dribbling through next door, and it would just look horrible for them. And they're lovely people next door. I really don't want to upset anyone through my actions. And I thought the easiest way would be to put something over it, and I've decided on buying one of these shower curtains and attaching it to it. Now, I was a bit worried about this because I thought it'll be creased, you'll be able to see it, it'll fade. But I bought this one from Temu, and I'm really quite pleased with it. It's quite good quality, and I'm going to go with it.